Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and so on the 27th of February, or maybe that is like 26, the time zone problem. The Shoigu actually done a briefing. So he done a opening statement. This is Serge Shoigu, the Defense Minister of Russia, and he did this presentation to the Defense Ministry board, and so he basically talked a lot about the state of affairs in terms of the Russian military, the special military operation in Ukraine, as well as the military-industrial complex situation on Russia's side. And also, I thought that it is going to be interesting to talk about it. I didn't have time to do this report, this special report. Not so special, but yeah. Because of the Adivka offensive situation. So let's talk about it now. So basically, they basically had a holiday 2 days ago called the Special Operation Forces Day. A bit cringy, but yeah. So anyway, so they say that in the not too distant future, they're going to brainwash the people about their work and feed of their soldiers from the Special Operation Forces. And I'm not sure if this is actually referring to the Speculates or are they referring to the soldiers fighting in Ukraine, because everything is special ops. Anyway, so they claim that they have captured important defenses in Adivka. You probably already know if you are following the DPA's war reporting, and they are also fighting in the situation within Donetsk and Kupiansk. So this is no surprise. Tentatively, in terms of the situation in Ukraine, the war, Russia is currently winning right now, and is winning by quite a bit. It's not just small. It's quite a big difference in terms of the power of balance or military balance between the two sides. So anyway, they say that over the past week, they have captured Boyeda, Latoshkine, Severnoye. And of course, there is also more reporting come after this statement, which the fall of 3 others, like Bedaichi, Tonenke. So anyway, so they claim that the Ukrainians have lost almost 800 troops and 120 hardwares or equipments on a daily basis. So this is the Russian claim. 800 soldiers or 120 vehicles or hardware on a daily basis. That's actually a lot. And they say that in this war, the Ukrainians have lost up to 444,000 troops. This is an estimate, clearly. Of course, that's why it's a round-off number. So this is based on their own reporting, their own observations, and this is a conclusion. Let's say half of it is just nonsense. It's still a lot of soldiers. It's still around 200 over 1,000 troops. So that is the Russian claims of the Ukrainian losses. So contrasting with the Ukrainian claims, Zelensky said that they only lost 31,000 troops. So you can make your own decision who is lying or who is stretching the truth a little bit too much. So anyway, so other things. So these are all not very important. So let's scroll on further down. And they talk about the Central Asian situation. They say that there is increased number of ISIS militants. So ISIS actually is still around. It's very interesting, but it's very small. Particularly, they are operating in the border region between Pakistan and Afghanistan. They are operating. They are fighting. Actually, they are fighting the Taliban. Actually, so in case you do not know, ISIS is also presence in the Sahel in Central Africa. So, but for this one, they are talking about Central Asia, and this actually referring to, of course, the ones in Afghanistan. So there is a 20% increase in drug production and trafficking, and of course, then they all highlight all these 100 over Western NGOs, non-governmental organizations, with 16,000 offices and branches operating in this region. So, of course, there are good ones, bad ones. Maybe there's WWF. There are actually it's animal rights things, the climate change things, but there are also some that's probably more nefarious. They're probably relating to espionage and covert operations. We do not know. So According to the Russians, they say that many of these NGOs are actually anti-Russian in nature. So this is trying to to fight against this the Russian influence in the Central Asia region, which is basically Russia's backyard. So that's something. And and they then talk about they're going to have military exercises within CSTO, the Russia's version of NATO. And this collective rapid reaction force is going to have an exercise. This is the CSTO CRRFI 2024. So 5 countries will take part, which I believe will be Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Russia, and Belarus. So, and the central. So he also talked about the central military district is also getting new equipments. So they will receive 360 units of new stuff, and which was significant is that 52% of its equipment is going to be new, entirely new, and I think this is actually quite significant because most militaries do not have such a ratio in terms of new modern equipment versus old equipment. Usually it's not that high. So this is actually very, very modernized in terms of the military. And so there's talk about Korea and Taiwan is not important, is nonsense. So there is more than 200 more equipments will be delivered in 2024. This one is to the Eastern Military District, which is facing Japan, Korea, and including MLRS system, the Tornado S, the Tor M2 surface-to-air missile system, the Typhoon. So interesting things. And so the Eastern Military District will be participating in a military exercise as well with Mongolia, India, Laos, and Vietnam. So these are all traditional Russia's good friends. And so I don't want to talk about the biolab nonsense because this might get the video get the channel into trouble. So I'm not going to talk about it. And what I want to talk about next is actually this one. This is actually very interesting. Serge Shoigu talked about this flamethrower system, the TOS-1A thermobaric multiple launch rocket system. And so he acknowledged the power of this equipment. He says that these flamethrower units make significant contribution to the fire defeat of the enemy. And they have carried out 4,000 over tasks since the beginning. So they only have launched 4,000 over barrage, to put it that way. And that's not a lot, given the intensity of the fighting. And maybe this is due to the lack of ammunition, lack of the equipments in terms of on the Russian side. And so they have now started delivery of a new version with enhanced combat characteristic, increasing the battle potential by 2.2 times. But I'm not sure how do they calculate this 2.2. Is there more barrels? Is it the missiles are more powerful, longer range? Not exactly sure. So anyway, going down, they read I can read the high effectiveness of the flamethrower weapons necessitate the increase in production of the ammunition, which means that the limitation to just 4,000 barrage could be relating to the lack of ammunition. They are unable to have enough ammunition for allow them to fire more barrages. So they say that the production of the unguided rockets for the flamethrower system, as well as the infantry flamethrowers, have increased by 12 times, and this is significant. So let's say if 4,000 tasks is due to the limitation in terms of the number of ammunition that the Russian forces have in terms of the TOS-1A thermobaric missiles, increased by 12 times, that is like 48,000. So in the next year or so, they could, or next 2 years, they could multiply the barrages by 12 times. Could that be the numbers? And that would be ridiculous, because if that is the case, then we will see faster collapse of Ukrainian strongholds, because such weaponry can destroy the entire entrenchment. All the people within that entrenchment and fortification can be wiped out in a single barrage. So this weapon system looks like it's going to become a very significant weapon type. And I believe that it makes perfect sense for Russia to develop more weaponry based on this system. If you look at World War II, the Germans adapted the 88 gun, which was meant to be used as a surface to, as anti-aircraft gun, the 88 guns. And but they realized the effectiveness of this gun against ground targets, against tanks, and they adapted and created an entire series of armored vehicles and tanks equipped with this 88 gun. So I believe that the Russian military may be already developing some kind of a flamethrower system, but it's airborne version, which means that it could be fired by aircraft, by helicopters, something that can hit even more accurately than just the MLRS version. So I believe this is a possibility. So, or it could be just a drone version firing just single payload. That also is a possibility. So it is an effective weapon. So we are going to see a possibility of the expansion of this weapon type within the Russian military. Of course, they did not say anything. This is just my speculation, because that's what I will do if I'm Russia. So anyway, this is actually this special report coming out on the Russian Defense Ministry's English version of their Telegram channel, and clearly that when they put it in English, they want the world to read it, they want the world to know it. So this is significant, interesting, but clearly you can say that they are Russians, they lie, and then we shouldn't believe in what they say. But we also need to note that such statements are also put in Russian and also put to the rest of the country. So unless the Russian defense minister want to lie to his own country, which could be a politically problematic thing, but of course it's not impossible. I mean, Ukraine also say all sort of weird stuff like they only lost 31,000 troops. So who knows? So anyway, this is just something interesting that I saw, and I thought that I want to share with you guys, and also my opinions about it. And I'll see you guys. Alright, I have to say thank you for watching. Do press the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next update.